What's going on, everybody? You got Cracked Ice Gaming here. Been a minute, but hey, guess what? We're not dead. We're not dead. We're back at it. Chickadee's got a medal. I'm not sure what's going on, but I am Crank and Chewy. I will
The
be one
award
of.
show.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez. All right. I am your host, Crank and Chewy. And I am also with one of you.
Help me! Help me!
He's pointing at you,
Man,
Captain
pointing at one
Chikaka,
of you.
and
It's kind of you, dude.
I'm Chicky D.
We got
No.
Captain
Roddy trash. Roddy trash. It's okay. That's what you're gonna expect. All right, look. So,
Award show.
in honor of the first year of Star Wars Unlimited finally being done, we are gonna be doing an award show. Now, these awards are pretty trash. I got some certificates too. I got some certificates. If you want them, we can send us your address. We'll send them to you. We have one for Tyler Parrott. You might want that one. Put it on the live stream. I don't know. Look at that. All right. Anyway, so we're just gonna get right into it. Captain Shikaka, what do you got for us with the first award?
Yeah, so I have the first award, and number one award is going to be not being able to draw, as in like draw a picture, Han of the Year award. So all the people that
Yep.
cannot draw Han, we have not got a decent Han yet. But the first one
Nope.
is going to be the dishonorable mentions. One goes to East Islam Aboshadi.
Yep.
I don't know, something like that. And it's actually for the Chewbacca, the walking carpet. Hey, that has got to be the most garbage picture I have ever seen of anybody ever trying to draw Chewbacca. Like, it literally looks like a kindergartner drew that. So anyway, the other dishonorable mention is Eric Hebler, yeah, something like that, for his art on Bravado, the Han there. Not the worst Han, but definitely not the best Han. The next one goes to, and this is going to be the actual first through third place, and third place is actually Ariel Murti for the Han on Bamboozle. And I don't know what's going on in this picture with Han on Bamboozle, but it looks like he's constipated. Looks like he's making a grilled cheese sandwich at 1 a.m.
Been making them at night, I know he is. I'm not making them at night, Dad.
I don't know. Woke up baby Kylo, and now Leia's mad at him. Now they're getting worse. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this art. But looks like he's, just put on Leia's lipstick, so that's why. Yeah. Anyway, so that's third place, and for second place is Borja Pindado, and it's for the unit Han. It looks like this one looks like it's actually a clip from the Jaws movie, and when the guy's yelling everyone out of the wall, and he's running down and he shoots the shark and all that kind of way. I don't know. I don't know what to make out of this. I don't know if they're playing a joke on us or something. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, and the number one, first place, and this is the worst Han that you've ever seen. Almost as bad as a Chewie. First place goes to David Nash. David Nash for drawing the Han leader card. David, yeah, I don't know what you were thinking. You drew some other good stuff like Breaking In, Hello There, R2D2, Rivals Fall, the list goes on. But for whatever reason, this Han is the worst drawing of Han we have got so far. I mean, it's quite literally on par again with the Han from the holiday special, from the walking carpet. Yeah, like my question is, who looked at this card and is like, hey, this looks good? I don't know. Like how this ever got through, how this ever was, okay, Han. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Alrighty. Thank you, Coach. Han's a tough subject in the Star Wars Unlimited community. Maybe we'll get another better one. All right. Number 2, we're going over to my man Chicky D. Chicky D, what you got for us?
Yes, thank you so much. I have the honor, the great privilege of presenting this award. This award goes to the Table Flipper of the Year award. It is awarded to cards, actually, not people.
Yep.
The cards that caused the most table flips in the first year of Star Wars Unlimited. Some dishonorable mentions. We have Dr. Pershing. If you see this card played on turn 1, you know it's going to be a miserable 2 or 3 games. Well, probably just 1 game because you're playing against a control deck and you're only going to get 1 game in. And then we also have War Juggernaut on the list of dishonorable mentions. It deserves a mention because it was only in the game for like a month before Django got banned and therefore wasn't as, causing as many table flips. Certainly, there was a lot of table flips because of it, but nonetheless, it is not in the top 3. And in third place, it is actually a tie for third place. Yes, we counted the numbers, and a Darth Vader and U-Wing reinforcement were tied for third place. I mean, talk about just sitting there and doing nothing for a whole 2 minutes. I gotta sit there while my opponent calculates all the possibilities while holding 10 cards in their hand, just sitting there fanning through them. It's a great time to catch up on text messages or even take a drink of water. Even after they choose their card or cards, then you have to sit there while your opponent decides which unit to smack with Vader or which order to resolve the wind blades when they play the U-Ring reinforcement. These cards are so counterintuitive to the back and forth nature of the game, similar to how KTOD is counterintuitive to objectivity.
Boom. Roasted.
I'm just kidding about that one. Maybe. Anyways, on to second place. I want to see if you can guess this card just by me describing the collective feeling we all feel when this trash is played. Close your eyes. Imagine it's early in the game. The game is fair. The winner isn't determined yet. Then, bam! That card is smuggled in, even though you knew it was going to be smuggled in, and your opponent is now far ahead of you, just like Craig and Chewie is far ahead of us in collecting chromosomes.
Boom. Roasted.
You immediately wonder. You immediately wonder how. I'm just reading what they told me to read. You immediately wonder how FFG allowed this to be in the game, and why it hasn't been banned yet. Yup, it's that side character from the worst movie ever, DJ. This combo is about as fair as women's rights in the 1900s, and you can't get mad at me for saying that joke, because I wrote that joke in a class about feminist therapy. My knowledge supersedes yours, and stop typing in the comments right now. Go cry on Facebook. Anyways, moving on to the first place, the winner of the award. Yep, you knew it. It really wasn't a contest. It's Super Laser Blast. Yep.
You're kidding!
Judge.
We've all flipped a table when this abomination of a card has hit it, and then you flip your leader, you play your cool card, maybe you throw an upgrade on it, and you're ready to smack, you're ready to go in, and they're all gone because of Super Laser Blast.
Our troops are being slaughtered. Let's move it. Where are they? Oh no, they're all dead!
But it's okay, you have 20 more damage on the base. So a sneak attack or a for a cause will close out the game. Wrong. Your trash bag opponent healed 10 damage from the base by Iden healing for every unit defeated, or, boss claiming the bounty top target, twice, maybe even 4 times if they have 2 of them. So congratulations to Super Blast for getting first place in the Table Flipper of the Year award. We're moving on to award number 3.
Yep. So,
how about you take this away, Cranky Chewy?
Oh yeah, I'm taking it all away. So, in the Star Wars Unlimited community, we had a couple of incidents. We had a couple of incidents this year. So we figured award number 3 would be the Garbage Human Being of the Year award. Now, okay, that might be a little too far. We're not really sure, but that's what we're going to title it.
Not far enough.
Maybe not far enough. I don't know. So, dishonorable mentions, kicking us off, anyone who plays Control and sits and looks at their cards for 90 years. We all hate that experience. FFG, we're going to have a talk about this one later. Number 2 is Fantasy Flight Games for not making playable, iconic characters. I want Pullman Trevor. I want Chewbacca, Ahsoka, Jar Jar, Vader, Obi-Wan, Yoda. Freaking Captain Rex, man. Dude, you can't even play Captain Rex. He's so bad.
Disgusting!
And Kit Fisto, okay? Now, for those of you who don't know about Fisto Friday, let me introduce this to you real quick. Bam. And maybe we'll even start a segment about Fisto Friday. I don't know. But FFG has always been known for coming up with some pretty stupid design choices, and they have a history with that one. Anyway, we might have to make a video on that, FFG. Anyway, we're just kidding. All right, in third place though, we have the winner of the sector qualifier in Milan for absolutely just slamming cards down on the table against his opponent. Now, if you don't know about this, here are some of the receipts on the screen. Bam. Also the Twitch VOD, he slams it down before his opponent can even shuffle the cards. I mean, also, you want to know what's crazy about this is there's no mic audio from it. How do we not know it's his word against everybody else's? I don't know. What are we doing, FFG? Anyway, we think, you know, hey, maybe get Cracked Dice Gaming to do some production. I'm just kidding. Anyway, second place, we're gonna call this guy Chris. Not gonna say his name, not gonna dox him here. Many of you probably know. We don't really do a lot of drama stuff, but we felt this one should be brought up. The winner of the Las Vegas PQ, I believe he was the winner. He was just kind of, I don't know. He had a couple of incidents at the Las Vegas PQ. We're gonna call them massacres or massacres. Shout out my homeboy Josh Massey. Bring him back.
That's a good one.
I don't know. We love Josh Massey. These include screaming at other players, throwing a fit of rage like Baby Kylo or Luke on Dagobah. Yes, Luke threw fits. I don't want to hear it.
I can't. It's too big.
That's what she said.
You want the impossible.
When the ruling doesn't go his way, he also made some big threats at the judges, like he was going to report him to FFG. Ooh, so scary. Now, shout out FFG. They did address this on stream, however, only behind closed doors, but they mentioned it on a stream, as seen in the clip right now. Bam. So great job on that, but I couldn't find anything else. All right. First place for Garbage Human Being of the Year award. Bam. FFG for massacring Star Wars Destiny. What are we doing? Now, you guys are about to run to that comment section. I can feel it. I can literally feel you typing. No, Crank and Chewy, you're crying over spilled milk. The game's dead. Oh yeah? Guess what? Jeremy Zwern, my king, said in 2020, in the words of Luke Skywalker, no one is ever truly gone. Bring back Destiny, FFG. Bring it back. One final throwback of the game, you know, maybe an event, maybe do it at the World Championship next year. I don't know. Sets 1 through 3, you know, get rid of that indirect damage and milk crap that came after. I don't know. You know, yeah, this is why FFG, you know, wins this award, because they decided to run the game into the ground, just like how Kathleen Kennedy ran Star Wars into the ground. I don't know. Maybe we should make a video about that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so that is our first place for Garbage Human Being of the Year award. Shout out FFG. I'm just kidding. That's okay. All right, so we're going back to Chicky D, with the You Just Made the List of the Year award.
You just made the list!
What you got?
Let me take it away. Well, actually, we have a surprise guest to introduce third place, because I don't want to read this, and we're going to have Crank and Chewy read the third place for the You Just Made the List Year award. Crank and Chewy, take it away at third place, and I'll finish this out with first and second.
All right. So third place, we got a Boba Fett for being a right pain in the arse. Okay, for the entire set, the Irish arse. Okay, you know, he wasn't so bad. All right, he wasn't so bad in the first set. You know, Sabine could beat him. Vader could, you know, kind of hang with him. But, you know, FFG decided to completely make him impervious to every single attack. I mean, Thanos could throw a planet at the guy and he would take no damage, you know? I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know whoever the idiot that decided to create Boba Fett's armor was, but they should be fired right now. No joke.
It's a list of stupid idiots, and all of you are on it!
What you got? Second place, Shiggy.
Thank you for that. Interesting how you omitted something from the script, but I am glad you omitted that from the script. Anyways, moving on to second place, we have Jango Fett, the father of Boba Fett, as well being a pain in the behind. And now for 2 sets, I know he's banned. The awards were given out before the ban.
This is true.
For 2 sets have been being in control of the meta and no one to contest him, aside from something like the Piet player in Milan. Who's your daddy, Boba? Who's your daddy? Okay, moving on to first place. Look, I'm not a hater. I'm just reading what's said. This was handed to us by I'm not sure who we got these awards from. We're just presenting them, so don't blame us for this. First place, it's a great guy, but he's first place for You Just Made the List. Bobby Sapphire. And here's why. He was the Django pioneer from the beginning of set 3, even though Django wasn't exactly a great meta call in set 3. However, once set 4 came out, let me take the mic off so we can get into this, get real deep on this so you could really understand what I'm trying to communicate here. Once set 4 came out, Django was the most busted leader, and Bobby Sapphire, hear me out, probably had some insider information from FFG because he invested in all the triple dark raids, which are going for like $2, and then bam, all of a sudden they're up to $20. You know, I respect it, Bobby. Get that money, get that bread. But why would you need pure profit when you're making 13 grand a month off Patreon? Do the math. That's a 6-figure job. Yeah, that's what we got for the You Just Made the List of the Year award. Bobby Sapphire, congratulations on your victory.
Yep, look at that. Look at that. Great job, Bobby. We appreciate you, Bobby. I don't know, maybe have us on the channel. Hey, come on. Get us on a podcast. I'm just kidding.
For the next award, I say we switch it up a little and we have Coach take this one away. I want to see him do some improvisation.
Whoa,
I want to see some improv from Coach.
We're not having Coach improv here, okay? Look. All right.
Dang it, I wanted to see it.
No. Look, all right. So in our 5th award, award number 5, so we're gonna give this one a new title here. So it was gonna be the Sigma Chad of the Year award. We're basically just, really awesome people. However, we're gonna be renaming it to the Tyler Parrott of the Year award. Shout out my boy Tyler Parrott. All right. So we don't have any dishonorable mentions because we felt this was a good award. So in 3rd place, okay, we got Mike Rebel Spy from the Unplayable podcast. Shout out them for always having high quality production. Get this man to do production for Worlds. Maybe we will be able to actually get some mic audio from the games. I don't know. That would probably be good so we can hear the interactions. It would be pretty crispy. You would hear, like the nice little whip, when you play a card on a table. You'd be able to hear that. And sometimes I even fall asleep to some of his content, I also fall asleep to Tower Number 9's content, but that's for different reasons, mainly like it's boring. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Tower Number 9, that was a little mean. Maybe too far, I don't know.
That was not a joke. That was not a joke.
I'm joking. All right, 2nd place.
Oh, let's see, drinking a Monster. Is that what's going on here?
Oh no. 2nd place, we got the guy who absolutely slapped it into 3rd place, playing Piet in a tournament full of Django. I believe it was in Milan, correct? So
I believe so.
I don't know if we quite understand the absolute pair that this person had on them. The strategy, the plays. I mean, could you imagine if he had won the tournament? Like the entire SWU community would have erupted like Pompeii, blown it to smithereens. Had this guy won the tournament, Piet would be the meta. Piet ban him. I'm just kidding. Probably not. So that's our 2nd place. And first place, we have Tyler Parrott. Shout out my brother Tyler Parrott for referencing Galaxy Shuffle on an FFG live stream.
In a way that is, in my opinion, equivalent with, shuffling my Galaxy deck and dealing them out, right? Like, that's for you, audience.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
I heard what you did, and I tried not to smirk, but then you called it out.
Yes, Tyler, yes, you are the people's champion, and we are eternally grateful for you because, Tyler, you could make the single worst card in FFG history, and guess what? We wouldn't care. We wouldn't care because you're the GOAT, and I won't be told otherwise. Tyler, if you want us to send you your certificate, we will sign it. I will sign it, and you can slap that baby up on a live stream. And, if you slapped our certificate on the live stream, you'll make the first place again for Tyler Parrott of the Year award 2 years in a row, 2 years running. That'd be pretty sweet. Back to back, back to back to back. Call him MJ, the GOAT. I don't know. Tyler Parrott's a GOAT though. All right. Award number 6. We're headed back to Chicky D. What you got for us?
Yeah, Coach is getting no love. He will do the next award, or he just wants you to, We know that you guys come for Coach, so we put him at the beginning and then we put him at the end, and you have to listen to us in the middle.
Yeah, listen to
Okay,
us.
Anyways, again, the honor and the privilege, I get to pronounce the award. Now this is an interesting award. It's the We Have Never Seen Star Wars award, given to the design team for cards that don't fit the lore whatsoever. Now, I have a source on the third place, and let me just read what they told you. This is what I'm gonna read. Basically, now I have a theory on this as well about why Jeremy left FFG, and this is it. The source that, again, I cannot name, but just trust me, told me that the CEO of FFG, Christian Peterson, made a joke about how Rio Durant should be in the game as a leader. Now, it was obviously a joke because Jedi Knight Luke is not a leader in the game, and you cannot have Rio Durant as leader in the game before Jedi Knight Luke is leader in your Star Wars game, okay? Now, this source also told me that nobody on the design team understands a joke. That's why they never read them on the stream, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. You know, I don't know. That's what the source told me. I don't know if I believe that, but watch the streams and look at the comments, see which ones they read. Anyways, thus, Rio Durant is a leader in this game, and somebody had to pay the price. And that was Jeremy. Jeremy paid the price, so he got fired because Rio Durant is a leader in the game before Jedi Knight Luke. I didn't think we'd have to go through all this just to learn Jedi Knight Luke is a more important leader than Rio Durant, but here we are. Anyways, moving on to second place, we have Grogu, the unit Grogu. Now, if you watch Grogu in the Mandalorian show, you'll notice that every time he uses the Force, it's to deal damage. Bro is out here Force choking people left and right, but somehow he does 0 damage in the game. Shout out FFG. Needless to mention, this baby lifted a Mudhorn with just the Force. 10 out of 10 design team, 10 out of 10. Now, first place, I think you know where we're going with this. If you were around in Set 1 spoiler season, this is no surprise to you. It's Greedo. Yep, it's Greedo. There was somebody at FFG who had the nerve to say, hey, I don't think Greedo should be a villain, and he's kind of a neutral character, and everybody agreed. I am convinced that this is the real reason Josh Massey decided to leave FFG, because Greedo was often played in Han Solo decks, especially before the ping meta. Absolutely absurd. Now, if you watch Star Wars, you'll know that they tried to kill each other, but Set 1 in the game, Greedo's played in Han. That's all I got for the We've Never Seen Star Wars award. Congratulations to whoever designed Greedo for doing that. Coach, will you take us to the final award?
Yep, take us in.
Yeah, final award is Colossal Blunder of the Year award. Colossal Blunder of the Year award. And in third place, we have, of course, Twilight of the Republic. This is just it's just wrong in every way. It feels like we're finally going to get like a Clone Wars era, set that we can actually play some of the Clone Wars characters and have fun. But it seems like every time FFG tries to make anything Clone Wars, it's always garbage, and I don't understand why. Can't we just have a playable deck, a playable Clone Wars deck, some clones that we can actually play that are, yeah. So that's third place. Second place, of course, is, guess what? Twilight of the Republic. Again, can't say enough about this. This set is just, so again, here we go. It's just a disgrace. It's like the last, I don't even want to say it, but like The Last Jedi, it was like the prequel movies. It's a disgrace to the prequels. And why is Quinlan like the best hero in the set? Like, he had hardly any airtime at all. Like, why do you make? I never understood why they take the best characters like Obi-Wan, Annie, Ahsoka, Rex, Padme, Grievous, and those characters all stink. Their powers stink. I mean, it's obvious. Like, it's not hard to see when you're putting a ability together and you're saying, hey, basically nothing, and you know what? Nobody's going to use that. It's garbage. But then you give Quinlan Voss, for whatever reason, one of the best abilities of the game, and obviously he's going to be one of the best characters. Why? Like, why not give that to Grievous, or why not give that to Obi-Wan, or somebody that you actually want to play? Anyway, there you go. There you have it. And of course, first place goes to, guess what? Twilight of the Republic. Yes, we cannot say enough negative about this. Like, listen, guys, FFG, just give us a set we can play that's Clone Wars. we just want to play some Captain Rex with, some cool clones, and we want to play Ahsoka, we want to play Obi-Wan, we want to play just some good Clone Wars characters. Listen, the prequels were amazing. They were great. I mean, they're not as good as the original, but they were still way better than any other thing that has come out. And so, these are characters that we just really want to play, and we want good abilities that are actually. Guess what? It's not fun playing a deck when you take it out and it's getting crushed every single time you play it. Believe it or not, that is not fun. And almost every time I play this game, I have to pay at least a little bit of money. And so, I kind of want a little bit of return, even if it's just, a fun deck. I don't want to get crushed every single game because that's just not fun. So, hey, give us some Clone Wars characters that actually are competitive, that actually are good, and that would be amazing.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I totally agree there, Coach.
And shout out to Twilight of the Republic for giving us the plague that's named Jango Fett.
Yep.
Thank the Lord he's gone.
Yep.
But nonetheless, it supplied us with that Jango Fett winning like 60% of the meta.
Actual AIDS. Worst plague ever. I don't know. Terrible.
Yeah. Maybe Cad Bane will come back into, a little bit of rise in power with Django gone, but
yeah.
Alrighty,
ladies and gentlemen.
I just want is it too much to ask? I mean, they didn't give it to us but you didn't give it to us in Star Wars Destiny. Can I just have one Captain Rex character? Just one. That doesn't stink. I don't think that's asking too much.
No, you cannot.
You'll never get it. You don't
get and God forbid he actually synergized anything from the actual prequels. I mean, come on.
No.
Can't we just have Captain Rex and, a couple other Commander Cody, somebody,
Nope.
Nope.
We did get them. We did get them in Star Wars Destiny. We got Fives, we got Echo, and we got Wolf. However, that was transformations, and it was print and play with no more support. I don't know. Hey, FFG.
Yeah.
Can we make some good clones before the game dies? Next time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was it? What was it? Wasn't it Commander Cody was like 16 points and
no,
Rex was 16 points. You couldn't play them together or some stupid thing like that.
They were 14. I think they were both 14. Pretty sure. Something like that.
I don't know.
It's pretty trash. Yeah. Anyway, we appreciate you guys sticking around here watching our amazing awards show. If you would like your award sent to you, Tyler Parrott, we'll send it to you. Slap it up on the FFG live stream. I don't know. Be pretty sweet. Alrighty. Thank y'all for listening. This is Cracked Ice Gaming, and we will see y'all in the next episode. But make sure to keep your blaster in your holster.
And we'll be back next year with the Year 2 award show.
Yep.